Hello, Beez Bladers. Welcome back and welcome newcomers to the channel. I have a new Japanese style knife to check out and we're going to start that right now. This is the Trevisa EQU. Did I say Trevisa? It's Trevisa, but look at this. It has very nice micarta. Get in there for a little bit of texture vision. It has a good feel to it. You could get these in red, black, and blue micarta. And just look at it this side. Look how clean this is. The knife disappears inside the handles. I really like that. Just a sliver of it showing up top, and it does have a big lanyard hole. It has a deep carry clip, and this clip is set deeply into the scales, and there's no screws sticking out, so that's very nice, very, very nice. Easy in and out of the pocket, and it does have a nice looking micarta back spacer with a little bit of jimps going on, and you can see it has liners that are showing on the inside. I really like the looks of this one. Wait till you see this Japanese style blade. Pow! Right in the kisser. Oh yeah. Look at that. This is a nice, sleek, streamlined everyday carry. And look at this Japanese tanto. Oh yes, I love all those lines. I love this full-length swedge going down the top. And you can see it has kind of a dual grind going on right here. A little extra strength for the tip. I love the looks of this. And here's your blade steel, 10CR 15CO MOV, baby. And do we have much of a sharpening choil? Not so much. I'd say when you sharpen this, you're going to get a little bit of smile up there if that is a concern for you. And the lockup is pretty good. I'd say around 35%. And is our blade centered? Looks like the blade is pretty well centered. And wow, you know what? This has good action. I noticed with the first time I flicked it, it has good jimping up here on the flipper tab. It wouldn't be too bad if there was a tad more, but this last little jimp up top does a good job of grabbing the sides of my fingers, so it makes it very easy to deploy, and it is super snappy. Now, it's not absolutely drop shut, but you give it a little bit of help from gravity, and it will shut. Now, the jimping up top for this front flipper works like a charm. It grabs a hold of your thumb, makes it very easy. And on top of that, you can flip over the top just like this very easily. So the deployment is good on this knife. Now for your fit, left and right, it's good. Up and down, it's good. So it has nice, tight tolerances. It has good fit. It has a really good finish. I love the fact that you have the satin blade here, but you also have a little bit of stonewash going up on the flat. It just adds a little bit extra. And then you have some jimping up here. This jimping does a very good job with the grip, and the ergos are fantastic because you have a nice you have very ergonomically friendly handles. They're neutral, so there's no places forcing you to put your finger anywhere. And then coming down here, you can see we have a little bit of knurling on the inside, so you have plenty of room, ample pass-through, and it is very, very easy to disengage. You know, that's one of my favorite things. If a knife is easy to disengage, that makes all the difference in the world. Now, if you're curious about the size of this bad boy, from tip to tip, it's 8.2 inches long. It has a 3.5 inch blade, 3.53, and it weighs 3.61 ounces. So it's not a heavy knife. It's in that 3.5 ounce mark range. And this is one of those ones where, you know, if you're feeling just like a little bit of Mr. Fancy Pants, you could carry this because it has that slender and that sleek, slim design, and just the fact that it is so easy to operate. Now, here's your different modes of operation. The light switch, super easy. Now, can we push button it? Now, see what happens there when I push button? The front flipper will come back and hit my finger. So the push button is not an option in my opinion. You definitely want to do the light switch. That works fine. And then the front flip, like I said earlier, is super smooth. It's easy to operate. There's no mistake. It kind of has that Japanese style front flipper going on. And look at this jimping. This jimping is done well. Now, as far as my hand hitting the jimping, if I hold the knife like I typically hold it with my thumb out a little bit farther, the jimping is hitting just the bottom part of my thumb. So I think the jimping coming out farther would have been an added benefit. But if you choke back here, kind of in a classic grip, and hold it like this to do some cutting, your finger's gonna hit that jimping. Now, here's the caveat. When you're holding it in this position, kind of with your hand crunched up like this rather than more natural like this, if you're choked back like this, then that pocket clip does make itself very well known into the palm of your hand. That becomes kind of not a hot spot, but it's a warm spot. It's telling you, hey, guess what? I'm right here. Now, reverse grip, reverse is very good. So the reverse grip, you're not going to have any issues as far as ergonomics. And here's you a couple quick size comparisons. Here's the QSP Penguin, because you know everybody should have a Penguin, right? And then the Ontario Rat #1. You can see this is not a small or medium sized knife. It is a large size knife. Small, medium, and large and extra large hands are going to have no problem because of these nice neutral handles. And I'll just put two more up here real quick. Here's the Spyderco Paramilitary 2, and I got that off Smoky Mountain Knife Works. I do have an affiliate code to Smoky Mountain Knife Works, by the way. All of my codes and links to knives are in the description of every video. You could go check them out and maybe save you some cashola. So here's the Spyderco Para 3 and the Paramilitary 2. And I'll put one more up here because I was looking for a longer, more slender knife. Here's the Petrified Fish 0. A lot of folks got in on that bad boy. So it's actually a little bit longer than the 0, but I am totally digging this blade. It is so clean, so crispy looking, and this is going to be good for all of your everyday carry tasks. I mean, you're going to be able to open packages, and you know what? This would actually be a nice looking knife to take with you to the steakhouse, cut a little bit of steak, or open up a box of graham crackers if you're making the s'mores. Yeah, I don't have any complaints. I mean, everything is good about it. The only little nitpicks would be depending on if you hold it back like this, you might get a little bit of a hot spot with that clip, depending on how you like to hold your knives. If you hold it up here, you're going to be fine. Or in the hammer grip, you're going to be totally cool. So other than maybe getting a little smile because you don't have a whole lot of a sharpening choil, this is a great buy. It's a great bang for your buck. These run around $56 hairs. I'll put a link in the description where you can go check them out for yourself. So I hope you enjoyed checking out the Trevisa Japanese style EQU. Make sure you subscribe and hit the bell button so you don't miss the live stream every Friday night. And go watch this video. You're really going to enjoy that. And until I see you again in the lives or the chats or in the comments of this video, remember, live life in the present, keep a Band-Aid handy, and don't cut yourself.